What's going on, my fellow Belmonts? It's TheMadBelmont here, and today I have a video for you on my first impressions of a game that I did get a review code for a while back, but I finally got around to properly playing it, and that is VonGarland Castle. Sacrilege of the Night. Yes, I finally got around to this game. Now, if you remember, I did a video on it a while back. You can go click the card up in this corner over here, and you'll be able to see that video. But I finally got to play the full game. I played a level or two of it just to kind of get the feel of it, and I decided, you know what? Rather than just wait until I beat the game to do any sort of video on it, I figured, why not just do a video now and give you my first impressions on it. So let's do that. So let's talk about this game. This game is a 2D side-scrolling action platformer, and it is a love letter, an ode, if you will, to classic action platformers that are side-scrolling, like Castlevania 1 through 3, for example, like a Mega Man X, like Super Metroid, games like that. And in this game, you play as one of the members of the VonGarland family. Now, this family is basically split into two. You have half of the family that is basically designated to be vampire hunters that are hunting the creatures of the night, and then you have the other half of the family that controls this big castle and is designated to be basically monsters, vampires, stuff like that. And so your job as one of the vampire hunters of the VonGarland family is to slay the patriarchy of the family, who is Baron VonGarland, and if you do so, you break the family's curse. Now, I gotta say, this game, just from a story perspective, just right there, that's all I need to say. Because that right there is a great storyline. I love it. I cannot wait to see if I get to play as any more family members of this family. Because who knows, they might play different from a gameplay perspective. And I'll get into that here in just a minute. But it'll be cool to see if I either just get to run into more members of the family as NPCs, or if I run into them and actually get to swap characters out and get to play as multiple different characters in this family. It'll be really cool to see that. Now let's talk about the gameplay. And the gameplay is as you would expect out of this type of game. You scroll from side to side, you jump on platforms, you hit enemies in the face, various different stuff like that. And in this game, much like in a game like, per se, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, you do have choices on how to tackle the levels. And, where you go. Do you go up? Do you go down? Do you go up into the... you'll have, like, two different pathways, and you'll just be like, do I go up here or do I stay down here? That type of thing. And I honestly gotta say, I love the fact that this game gives you kind of a freedom to choose how you want to tackle the levels like that. I actually think that this is missing from a lot of these types of games here recently, is giving you more options as to how to tackle a level. I really, really appreciate that. Now, as far as the character that you start out as, he seems, kind of like a Simon Belmont-esque character. He's kind of big, he's bulky, and as a result, he's kind of slow. His jumping is kind of slow, his movement's kind of slow, but of course, all of that is traded off by the fact that he has a whip that has a lot of reach. So, yes, there are negatives to the gameplay, but you get the trade-offs in other aspects of the game that are positive, such as range and stuff like that. Now, like I was saying in the story and characters section, I do not know if I get to run into any other members of the VonGarland family and get to play as them, but I would assume that what is lacking in the speed department on this character that I'm playing as is probably going to be made up in another character down the line that I get to play as, if I do get to play as another character. So I'm not really too upset about the fact that my character's slow, because I played Rondo of Blood. I know what playing a game like this with a slow character is like. And yes, I'm talking about you, Richter. I'm talking about you. Next up, we're going to talk about things like art style and sound and design. So let's start off with the art style. The art style in this game is really cool. It's a hand-drawn art style, and I really appreciate that with these 2D games. Now look, I appreciate and I like pixel art as much as anybody out there, okay? But it is a nice refresher when I get a hand-drawn art style, much like is in this game. And I gotta admit, I mean, you're seeing a trailer, by the way. I've been looping a trailer here, and you're seeing it right here. I absolutely love the fact that this game looks as good as it does with this art style. I mean, it's great. Whoever did the artwork in this game, they deserve a raise, that's for sure. Or if it's a one-man band here, Ash, you definitely deserve a whole heap of applause, okay, for all of the work that you did in this game if you are a one-person band. Because let me tell you, this game looks awesome. I really do think it looks awesome, and I cannot wait to see what the other levels look like. If the first couple of levels look as good as they do, and you're seeing a couple of them right now in this trailer, it looks amazing. Now, talking about the sound here, the sound, I would say, is pretty good for the most part. Now, I will admit, when I first booted this game up, I'm playing this game through my laptop, right? I'm not having any headphones in or anything like that. I prefer to just listen to the audio through my speakers on my laptop here. And, hoo boy, I'm glad I decided to do that, because when I first booted up the game, my speakers immediately got super freaking loud. And so I had to go into the settings and kind of turn the music down a little bit. So if you do decide to play this game, definitely keep that in mind, because the music is definitely, let's just say it's definitely loud. If you like your music super, super, super loud, yes, you will definitely love and appreciate this game. But if you're the type of person that's kind of sensitive to loud sounds in your ear, if you use headphones and stuff like that, definitely turn the music volume down, because you're gonna feel it if you do, or if you don't. Sorry. Going into the design of this game, it definitely, I like the fact that, like I said in the gameplay section, I like the fact that the levels allow you to choose how to tackle them. You can go in many different directions. There's obviously secrets and stuff like that. So I feel like the level design is pretty good. I do like the whip design in this game. It is a chain whip. It kind of reminds me of the chain version of the Vampire Killer. So I definitely appreciate the fact that all these different things are combined into one game here, and I appreciate just the overall design of this game. Last but certainly not least here, I'm going to tell you where you can get this game and for how much. This game is currently only on the PC at the moment. It's available via Steam, and you can get it for the very low price of $10 at the moment. And I'm telling you right now, this game for $10, it's definitely worth it. There is definitely $10 worth of value here in this game, and more. I honestly think that there's more than $10 worth of value in this game. So you will definitely want to keep an eye out for this game. Now, I don't know if the developer has any plans to bring this to console or not, but if you do see this video, Monster Robot Studios, Ash, if you do see this video and you have any answers on that, you might want to leave them down in the comments. But if not, hey, that's cool. I understand. But yeah, so this game is on PC via Steam. I don't know if it's anywhere else on PC, but I know it is on Steam for a fact. And I also know that it is a whopping $10. That is a steal, honestly, for this game. So those are my first impressions of VonGarland Castle, Sacrilege of the Night. What do you think about this game? Are you interested in it? Did my first impressions here kind of sway you if you weren't? Are you still not interested even after hearing all that stuff? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd like to discuss it with you. Also, remember, if you liked the video, leave a like down below. It really helps me out a lot. If you're new around here, you might want to subscribe because I do videos like this every Sunday, Monday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And have fun on the hunt, my fellow Belmonts. I'll see you in the next video, and peace out.